Well, and we're live. Hello, my name is Michelle Mras. Well, Dr. Mras. And
This is Dr. Smiley over here, and I'm really
well,
happy to be here with you. We've taken a couple weeks off. What's up with that?
we've been incredibly busy. We only took 1 week off, and because we were doing
Okay,
things,
well,
we had the Keep Smiling Amplifluence cocktail mixer in Colorado Springs, right?
yeah, but I mean, when we take a week off, think about it. That's 1 week, and we took a week off, and there's another week, so it feels like 2 weeks off.
It does feel like 2 weeks. But we also had an incredibly busy 2 weeks there. So we did the Keep Smiling mixer, right? The Amplifluence cocktail mixer of the movers and shakers of Colorado. And I would say Colorado Springs, but we had a lot of people from everywhere. We had over 130 people in that room, just moving and shaking and grooving and taking Keep Smiling pictures so that we could fill that Colorado book. What else happened?
Colorado Springs book and the Colorado book. We're going to probably end up with 2 books with that
Yeah.
event. And what an energy level. I mean, do you know that there were so many people that I knew personally because of you in that community that said to me that they were still buzzing the rest of the night. I mean, they were so alive because of how much energy was in there. And you think about it, if you have a city and you bring the top 1% movers and shakers, that's a lot of 1% energy. That's a lot of energy. We talk about the variables of tipping points and the variables of social proof and the variables of influence. This is actually a great example of it. All that energy in that room is going to turn into something really magical. It already has. You had people come to your event the next day that weren't even coming to the event.
Exactly. It was phenomenal. I'm sharing the live stream onto your page. I'm hoping it'll go.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. That doesn't, to me, that's something I welcome. So thank you. All right. So we got our 2 seconds of dead air. So while you're doing the live stream, I'm just going to make a quick announcement that you do so many of these things that have to do with the Facebook working, the StreamYard and all this stuff, and blah blah blah. I am doing my very first show on Voice America as Dr. Smiley, kind of the adaptation of Amplify with Ken Rochon to Amplified with Dr. Smiley show, and it's a transition that's kind of got me gulping. And so I'm praying that all the stars line up and that tech works the way it's supposed to, because to me, what you do effortlessly is obviously something that you became very comfortable with. And this is a new game for me. So a big shout out to Robert Cellino for believing in me to allow me to continue to be Dr. Smiley at Voice America.
Yes, excellent. And the thing is the tech gods will be very kind to you because this works really smoothly. As long as you've got a good mic and a good camera, and you do, because we're talking right now, everything will be perfect.
And there's one more ingredient, a great guest. And I have, who I got for my first guest.
Yes, you've got my mentor on your show.
Say the name. Go ahead and say your name.
Mamie Laney.
That's right. Mamie Laney, baby.
I love her
name. Because you say her name and you're already happy. Mamie Laney, baby.
Yeah, Mamie Laney, baby. So she'll be your first guest on Monday on Voice America with the Dr. Smiley. So do they go to Voice America to find you, or do they go to your website? Do they go?
We're going to make it live or mine. I'm actually still figuring that all out, but I guarantee Voice America with the full what is it called? A submission of the description of the show, which is going to be kind of a new aspect, and then we're going to have it on any Facebook and any LinkedIn. I mean, I'm going to do the job of, I guess, 3 people. I'm going to see if I can do it. But Renee, the person that you recommended, she is wonderful. And Mamie, who is going to be the first guest, it also is on my show for the first time because of your event. She was at your event.
She was at my unapologetic speaker camp. And yes, I'm excited to have her on your show. But I was really excited to see her walk into that room for the camp. Yeah. And that was phenomenal. It was my very first boot camp, basically. It was my first speaker camp that I've ever done alone. And, that inner critic in you says, is it going to work? Huh?
I'm hearing themes. The first time you've done it independently. You didn't do it alone. You had a lot of support, but you did it independently. Like it was your name. It was your show. And we were all supporting. Just like, yeah. And here's what's funny is I feel comfortable doing this because of the support system I have, just like you. Yeah. And if you do things alone, you're going to actually get tired of doing it. But when you have the right people, you're doing your mission, your purpose, your impact with, it feels like the right time,
Well, and the thing is we have a team. So although it was my first time doing a speaker camp by myself, I wasn't alone because I have a team. Just like you're going to do your first show on your own, but you don't because you have a team. And I have to do this. When the moon is in the seventh house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, it's like this age of Aquarius that's happening around us.
It's almost like the sixth dimension. It's one more than the fifth.
Well, here's one more thing that's happening for the first time. I'm going to Europe alone. I'm meeting a group of people in Europe, and we're doing the European tour. And I'll have my book with me, my Hold My Crown book, and we'll be bringing it from place to place to place.
And we need to finish talking about your speaker camp, because I'm going to tell you, you should do another speaker camp in January. I'm telling you, with how good that was, why don't you do another one in January, but make it longer? You know what I mean? What do you think?
It's a 3-dayer. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is what we've asked for. I'm pretty sure we'll get it. January 25, 26, 27. And then on the 28th, for those who jump into the VIP, I will interview them on my show, Mental Shift, which streams live on TNC out of the Philippines and Zondra TV out of Dallas over about 5 or 6 continents. So those who come to the speaker boot camp, I train you, I craft you for 2 days. You go on stage for that last day. We film you. We do all the brouhaha for all of it. And then that 4th day, all day, I'm recording all the VIPs on my show. It'll be phenomenal. You definitely want to save the date. Save the date for the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday of January, I think it's 25 through 28. You want to be there. Start looking for my feed. I can't put it out until the venue says, because I need all 5 of their cameras to record us. It's awesome.
And all I got to do is say one Zowie. That's a big deal for the 4th day. And next is we have got to talk to Mother Antarctica. We've got to get that continent involved in this.
I just need to find like the satellite station out there and mail.
So if you have 5, you said you have 5 continents. What are the 2 missing? Antarctica is one of them. Is it Africa?
No, Africa's covered. So I'm wondering if they're not counting, because it's definitely Europe, definitely Asia.
Australia must be the missing.
No, we have Australia. So it's
you got 6. You got 6 then. There's no way.
Well, and that's why I've been saying 6. But I'm wondering, because she said all of the Americas, and maybe that's why she's counting it as 1, and that's why I'm missing one.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
She did say all of the Americas, which would be 2 continents.
That's 2 continents, and God bless Central America for sticking in there and being some dangerous countries.
Well, so anyways, we've been on for 8 minutes, but I know we need to get off very quickly because we'll jump on again tomorrow morning. So hold on your calendar. Come see us tomorrow morning, where we'll have a normal conversation. But today I'm on a panel for breast cancer, and we're going to be talking and sharing our stories. And you're off running to do some event that's going to be fun. And we're busy people.
Women of Valor has a gala tonight in Baltimore. I'm doing that. But before we say toodaloo and see you tomorrow, wasn't it cool that Sally spends her birthday at your speaker camp, and that everyone gave her so much love in the middle of the day at lunchtime? And we did that great. Did you see the group photo of her with everyone pointing to her and her book? And you know what? If I have it handy, you know what? Your idea of taking this cover and then going through the keyhole for legacy. Yes. Purpose. I'm sorry. Purpose. And then coming out of the keyhole for legacy. That's going to be a really interesting trilogy, because you actually get to flow it through. It's really nice.
Yep. I thank you. And I thought it'd be fun now. So for those of you who are watching, come join me on the Global Breast Cancer Survivors event today at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll share it on my stream on my Facebook page, so you'll be able to find me. But I'd love to see you there. Ken?
And we'll do birthdays tomorrow. And I do want to say we always take a minute, no matter how much we're rushed, to do gratitude. So I'd like to do 40 seconds of gratitude, and you can do 40 if you want. I'm good on time. So you ready for this? I would like to thank Your Success Magazine for coming to the mixer for spreading the love of the mixer and bringing lots of wonderful people. I'd like to thank Dr. Garrett Goggins for bringing some very special friends of his to the event. And I'd love to thank Robert and Noel Peterson for always making the time, driving the distance, bringing the banner, photographing the event, and just being awesome partners. So thank you, Robert and Noel, for helping make that very, very successful mixer low stress for Dr. Smiley, because it was so many people to photograph. It was crazy. So those are my little shout outs. And I feel like the show's complete when you add gratitude to it.
Okay. And I would like to say thank you for everyone who attended this Keep Smiling Movers and Shakers cocktail mixer hosted by Amplify here in Colorado Springs. It was a huge success. Yes, as Ken said, the energy was amazing. And then I had a few people join us from that event to join my unapologetic speaker camp the next day and a half. And we amplified them. We took a lot of pictures and we amplified their speaking and their ability to present on stage. And so they're all like, I'm already getting requests for the sign up link for January. They don't want to miss it because I told them you're first in because you trust me in that first event and I'll see you in January. They're like, send us the link. We want to sign up. I'm like, I can't do it yet. So I
know you have a minimum of one, but probably two gratitude ones you want to still say. You want me to give you a hint?
No, I'd like to say gratitude to, well, one, the Hilton, because Toby was awesome. And then, of course, Shelly Rumpy, because she's the one who got us all there in the first place and made that arrangement up and found us a great place to have an event like this and then our hotels. Then, of course, to Brian Swanson, who was always by my side in recording and videotaping and everything that he does for us. And then, of course, you for capturing it all. And for actually Mamie for coming in and training a little bit on stage. Through her talk, she trained us and the speakers in the room, which was phenomenal. And then, of course, for the ones who flew in for this event and for my very first event. What
Margie.
else am I missing? And of course, Margie, who, for those of you who are at the Keep Smiling mixer, Margie is my executive director, and she created a job for herself because she filled in when I didn't realize I needed it. And she's like, I got you. I've got this. I've got this. And she's my executive director now. So Margie Dunkey Jacobs, thank you so much for being a freaking rock star. And
last one. There we go. Last one is Fritzy's.
Oh, Fritzy's. Fritzy's is downtown in the underneath the Triple Nickel off of Wasatch and Pikes Peak in Colorado Springs. It is a speakeasy. Go out and see it. They're amazing. And Gentle is amazing. And so is her staff. They took care of us so well. And yes, thank you so much, Fritzy.
I think it was Kim. And I'd like to thank the third Uber driver that decided to actually pick me up and take me to the airport after that event.
Well, I wanted to say thank you to Amare. Amare is the group that took care of us for breakfast and gave us our happy juice to keep us all revved up all day without being hyper. We kept us clear and clarified so we could learn and train, and no one got the jitters from too much caffeine. And Amare is a great sponsor for me. It's someone that it's a product I use all the time. So thank you, Amare, Liz Miller, and Sherry Brown. Thank you so much for being there and helping us out. Anything else?
Oh, golly gee. Well, Kenny is number 598 at 2.2 million Boy Scouts. And he just did a wonderful video for CLA, Connected Leaders Academy. And if you have an organization that would like to raise money for Boy Scouts, Kenny will do a special video and give you a shout out. And it really was a fun video. You know what he said? He says, CLA stands for Connected Leaders Academy, and popcorn starts with a P. Put CLAP together, and you got clap. Every time a CLA member buys popcorn, he's going to clap.
That's so cute. Well, Chris, he was at the Mover and Shaker, and he says it was an amazing event. Thank you all both for putting it on and hosting other amazing people. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us, and we will come back to Colorado again.
And we'll be talking tomorrow to complete all the amazing things we still have the rest of the year. We have like 3, 4, 5 amazing events to include New York.
Oh yes, and we do have a couple of Colorado book launches happening at the very end of the year. So keep an eye out for Amplifluence and on my page and on Ken's page, because once I come back from my 2-week excursion out in Europe, we have a lot going on. When I come back, I land and we just keep going.
They may make a Top Gun Maverick 2 when they see how fast things go.
Excellent.
Talk to you later.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, much earlier than this, another hour. And Ken's got to run, and I got to run. So take care, everyone. We'll see you again next week.
Stay amplified. Keep smiling.
Yes, and be unapologetically you. Bye.